Alright, so here's what I've got for a new route for the town with windmill without theater. So this is if you're planning on doing uh, redirect snipe from the mountaintop, but you aren't fast enough on your cloud cycle to be doing theater in town. I'm going to start with the beginner route. This one's a little bit more generous on the timings, but you're going to be standing in front of the windmill and sort of just waiting for it to get into position, which means that you're losing a bit of time. So I'm going to start with the beginner route, then I'll move on to the tighter advanced route, and hopefully it'll be obvious where you can save the time and do extra stuff to try and make your cycles a bit tighter. Okay, beginner route. You're going to turn on the windmill. You're going to run over up top to the bell tower and get the black line EP. This is all very familiar to you, I'm sure. And you're going to run right back down again. And then you're going to position yourself somewhere around where you need to be for these 3 doors, and then take a step towards the tower, and you're going to solve the second blade of the windmill. The order we're using is 2, 1, 3, and that's the same for both routes. We're going to do 2, then 1, then 3. So, second blade, it's perfectly normal here. It's exactly the same as you've done it everywhere else. You go to the left, then you go to the right, then you wait, you snap. Now be careful here, there's a moment right around now, I guess it can happen, where it'll jump your cursor. If you start too low, it can actually throw your cursor off. Okay, we get blade 2. Now we do the stars, and the lattice, and the green door, in whatever order you prefer. We're going to do soundproof. And then we're going to do only the green light. We're not going to do either the stones or the stars panel here. And we're going to head back down, and we're going to stop on our way over to green flowers, and we're going to catch this cycle here. And we're going to do blade 1 this time. Don't forget, you're going to green flowers afterwards. So you're going to turn around after you get this blade. Standing on the left piece of stone, getting flowers, and now you're going to do stones, then red light, then stars, and I apologize because everything will now look very different than you're probably used to, because these are different lights than you solve it in most of the time. But the solutions are the same. That would be the point of these puzzles. Alright, and then walking over up top, take the stairs, and depending on your level of confidence, you can do the bridge and the red flowers before you hit this windmill cycle as well. But essentially, you're going to stop here, and you're going to do blade 3, and I'll... Alright, the advanced route. It's a lot like the beginner route, but it's harder, which means we're going to be doing more stuff in between each windmill blade. So, on the first EP, which is blade 2, we get the black line as we did in the beginner route, but we're also going to be getting stars and then lattice. So sharp left here, and stars, and adjust, and lattice. And then step back, and get the blade. I was a little bit sloppy there, so it was a little bit tighter, but you got maybe a second to spare on those 3 objectives. Alright, and much like before, the standard windmill skip. Get on the first blade, push left, throws you off, push right, then let go of the mouse, it snaps you back. Then after it jumps your mouse, get on the second blade. Alright, green door, or whatever, glass door, I don't know what color it is. I think it's green. Oh dear. As I said, this route's a little bit tighter. You do have some room for error. It's not that insane, but try not to make mistakes if you're on this route. This route is hard. We're going to be doing all 3 panels here, much like we did in the old route. These panels are a great place to make a lot of mistakes. So try not to do that as well. And then we're going to round the corner and grab first blade. So, as you see, a little bit tight. I made some pretty serious mistakes at the beginning on the glass door panel. So, 2, 1, 3, we're going to do first blade here, and then we're going to turn around and go to green flowers. And unfortunately, this next segment is even tougher, which is to say, I think it's about the same amount of time you have to spare, but you have to do more stuff. So, we're going to snipe red here. If you can make that work for you, I would strongly recommend it. We need every second we can get. We're going to lower the stairs. We're going to extend the bridge first before we get red flowers. It costs basically no time to get red flowers. We are trying to be fast. And then run back right into this corner. If you were fast enough, you can get blade 3 here. This is really hard. Really, really, really hard. But it's very, very fast. You spend basically no time waiting for the windmill at all. So, what I would recommend doing, because this is a very hard route to just start with, is I would start with the beginner route. And start pulling in some of the extra solves I'm doing in the advanced route, like doing the extra panels at the beginning, doing the stars door and the lattice, doing the extra panels before green flowers, and then keep doing windmill where you do it in the beginner route, where you do it before doing the blue panels. And once you're getting to this spot here in the beginner route, consistently like 15 to 20 seconds early, that's when you can start doing... I'm not going to go through this route. That's when you can start trying to get onto the second roof and doing the blue panels and the discard. And if you fail one of the blue panels, just turn around and come back and do the windmill, because it's not worth it to lose the time. Best of luck.